In order to update the contents in 60 sec, let's open the user params file. The file contains the Cover tab, which refers to the opening page and general data, as well as the 30 tabs Q1 to Q30 for the questions. In the Cover tab, the first column is for a main header. In addition to it, we have additional columns for subheadings. In the next column, Passing Score, we'll set the passing score for the courseware between 0 and 100. In the Shuffle column, we can decide whether we want the questions to appear in the order set on the Excel file or in a random order. It's important to note that for each question, the order of the correct answer and the distractors always varies from game to game, meaning we only control the order of the questions. We can decide that the default status of the sound button is on, off, or without a button at all. For example, for employees working in an open space environment or for any other reason. In order to increase the variance between learners' results and to add a twist, we've added the Combo feature. Has the learner answered 5 correct answers in a row?
Combo.
Has the learner answered 10 correct answers in a row?
Double combo.
Important to know, the score calculating formula was designed so that the bonuses don't affect the learner's rankings if they gave a different number of correct answers. For example, learner A had 10 correct answers and did not earn any bonus score. Learner B had 9 correct answers, but gained the maximum bonus score. Learner B will get a lower score than Learner A, who had more correct answers. Note that the learner can obtain an additional bonus score by answering all the questions before time runs out. The Number of Questions column presents the number of questions we filled in the current Excel file. Another cool feature is the PDF button. At the end of the game, we may want the learner to be able to open a PDF file containing the top 10 tips for his role, etc. The options are that the button won't be displayed, will always be displayed, or will only be displayed if the learner has received a passing grade. How do we update the PDF file? Very simple. We overwrite it with a new PDF file. It is essential that the new PDF file name will be print in capital letters. We can rename the button in the PDF button name column. In addition to the print file, we can also see the background directory, which contains the backgrounds of the game screens. Would you like to diversify the game for the learners? Maybe you'd like to brand each courseware according to its organizational unit. No problem. Just overwrite the images with JPEG files that include the design you've created. In the High Score Table column, we can choose whether to present or hide the score table for each courseware. The scoreboard will show the position of the learner and his grade, the 3 learners ranked above and below him, and the top 3 ranks. If the learner is ranked first or last, the table will be updated accordingly. In the Report Name column, we'll set the report name of the courseware. All the courseware's reports will appear in Google Drive in a dedicated Google account. Header 1, i.e. the courseware's name, will create the directory, and the report name will create the report within the directory. Each directory can contain many reports. Each report will display the highest score achieved by each learner, his answer to each question, and whether he answered correctly or incorrectly. In addition, the report will display how many seconds each question took for the learner. Let's move on to the Question tabs. The tab is very simple and includes a question, a correct answer, and 3 distractors. As I mentioned, the order of the correct answer and the distractors will naturally be random. Pay careful attention. For technical reasons, when deleting the content of a particular cell in Excel, don't use backspace or delete, but the spacebar. One last thing. Until now, the only option was to enter text without any design. In the current version, we've overcome the challenge, and it is done as follows. We'll emphasize words by adding simple tags before and after them. For example, for bold, we'll write less than B greater than before the bold text, and less than /B greater than after it. For an underline, we'll write U instead of B. If instead of B, we'll use I, well, you can guess. For a line break, we'll write greater than, BR, less than, BR as break. That's all. Save and close. Good luck.